Okay, today is, oh, Eva, you're going to present?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let me share screen and let's finish the presentation lesson and then we'll continue on. Okay, so do you two still remember what we talked about on Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah. Steffi, can you give us a summary about what the presentation was talking about?
My presentation are
No,
about
no,
the
no.
class.
And the one for the class, talking about design.
We are talking about the importance of good design.
Okay,
We were talking about the importance of good design and a good presentation will have some structures.
Okay. So what do you remember?
Clear structures about have a introduction and a body and final conclusion.
Okay, it has the structure. Okay, do you remember what was the key points that were mentioned in the presentation?
Mention.
The key, what was like the 3 key points?
3 key points.
Eva, do you want to help her? Do you remember about the presentation?
This presentation or
The one we were talking about in class, this one?
So it is not introduction, body, and conclusion.
I'm wondering about what was the presentation about, not talking about the presentation structure.
Okay. Why is the first one is why is the good design is important, and the second one is you need to good design is good appearance and functionality. You need to have both good appearance and functionality. And the last one is you need to match your target audience lifestyle.
Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, great. So that's a little bit of a review. I just want to ask you guys about the presentation and to see if you guys do remember it. So what is the topic of Charles' presentation?
He talks about the importance of good design.
Okay, the importance of design, right? It's not really the design, because the design is a specific design of something, the design of the car or design of Mercedes or something, right? But when we're talking about design as something in general, we don't need to have any article. So very important. If you guys haven't seen the post on the different articles, when to use a and the and no article, right? We're talking about generalizing something in general. Okay, so what example did he give for matching the design with someone's lifestyle? Do you remember?
A businessman and his iPod case, and
iPad?
he wouldn't iPad. Oh, sorry, iPad case, and he wouldn't choose the flower one. a flower on it. He
Right.
will
Right.
choose
So he wouldn't really choose the flower one, and he
flower.
would choose one that maybe is black and suits his style, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the structure of his presentation? So this is the question that Steffi was answering. So what is the structure?
The first is about his introduction about himself. And
Right.
second is about some he want to talk to audience. Good design will match is about matching lifestyle to target audience. And in conclusion is he emphasized the good design is not just pretty beautiful appearance.
Right. Okay. So good design is not just beautiful appearance. Okay. And also when they say this, when we talk about introduction, body, and conclusion, in the body, usually we will have maybe 2 to 3 main points. So after we talk about the main point, we would have an example. So maybe this example will help to support your main point, right? So when we go back here, let's look at this one is the last one here is more evident that what is the main point here, Eva?
The main point here is the good design need to match the lifestyle of your target audience.
Right.
And then he give an example to prove the main point.
Right. So his example was of the businessman, right? Okay,
Yeah.
great. So you can see here that the main point is that a good design will need to match the lifestyle, and then talk about a businessman or talk about a girl who really is very trendy or cares about fashion. So maybe she'll want something that's very stylish. Okay.
Yes.
Great. So here, how to deliver a presentation. Let's talk about this. Okay, so the first one we have is what, Steffi?
Clear structure. Organize your presentation into an introduction, a main body, and a conclusion.
Okay, so we have an introduction, main body, and a conclusion. Okay, so for introduction, Eva.
Yes. Sorry. Introduction. Introduce yourself in the to the audience. State the topic of your presentation and the reason why you choose it.
Okay, body.
Me or Eva?
Sorry, Steffi, for body.
Body present 2 or 3 main points. Provide explanation and examples. Discuss each point separately in a clear and organized way.
Okay, and conclusion.
Conclusion. State your opinions about the topic or give a brief summary of the presentation.
Okay, so introduction. Let's do a quick practice here. Eva, let's make an introduction here. If you're talking about presentation about digital marketing.
Oh, wow. Okay. introduction. Good morning, everyone. I'm Eva, and I represent Juby Digital, and I'm responsible for managing account. And today I want to, in today's presentation, we are talking about the importance of digital marketing. We are going to talk about digital marketing.
Okay. Body, Steffi, what would you think would be a good body paragraph or main point? 2 or 3 main point. So what is your topic here? Something about digital marketing. What about digital marketing?
A good digital marketing. A good material influence the sales. So if you want to make your marketing better, you can start from design the good material.
Okay. Good material. So that's your first one, is that it's important that marketing will help sales. So do you have an example for this?
Sorry. Can you say again?
Okay. So you said that digital marketing helps to increase sales. So what is your example here for that one?
For example, about our experience, if you have attractive and interesting material, audience maybe want to interaction with you.
Okay. Have interaction with you.
And maybe they will be the consumer. So when you have a good material, you will attract some people. If you have good materials, the people will increase their willingness to buy.
Okay, pretty good. Okay, I like that. Eva, can you think of something for your main point?
Okay. So I can list 3 main points, and the first one is like Steffi said, the good material is the material is it is the a part of material is a very it's a key point to influence the advertising. A good material is material is a key point to advertising. And the second point is you have to you cannot totally rely on the digital marketing. You also have to pay more pay more time to do your social media and do your material and interact to your fans or your target audience. And the third main point is can I say the two main points?
Oh, can you say, what do you mean? Can you say 2 main points?
I just said the 2 main points, and that's all.
Okay, so for you, let's see here. You think that, so what's your first point? And what was your example?
Oh, okay. The first point is material is a key point to the advertising. So our based on our experience, and we have many clients, and with same spending and same target audience with different material, you may have different outcome. So based on those experience, the material is very important. And the second point is
so how do you show that it's important?
how to show? Because we try different we set same spending and same audience, but with the different material, and they bring to different outcomes. So the key point is the material. Your material.
So that's still not the example I'm looking for.
Oh, you want
you telling me that this is your hypothesis. You think this will happen, but it doesn't show me it happens.
Like a data or.
Okay, so if it's something like, if you just say, oh, this may do better, right? Or, oh, we think that this will do better. It's your opinion, right? So when I say examples, when you're doing something to show something, if you tell me about sales, marketing increased sales, you can tell me about maybe in a case where we were working with a clothing company and we increased their sales after a marketing campaign by 200%. Or we helped them to create a marketing campaign and this happened. And tell me what happened to their sales. So this is because of the marketing. So same thing as when you say about the content, right? We helped the client and designed their content. And it doesn't really have to be true, but if you have to have something to support it, this is the example I'm looking for, right? So you tell me what you did and what is the difference. It doesn't have to be long, like maybe just 1 or 2 sentences, right? Okay. Don't just tell me, and we did this and we tried this and we did that. too much information. Just tell me
Okay.
what was the problem. Maybe the design they had was they weren't targeting the right audience. They were targeting someone older, right? Or older people did not use Instagram, so they could not find, or they could not target these people, something like that, right?
Okay.
Okay, so that would show the example. So the example is not for you to say like, oh, tell me your opinion. The example is to show me about something that will support, because of marketing, sales increase. Because you change your content, it's important. And why it's important? Because maybe this also increased their sales. Okay, so same thing in Chinese too, right? In Chinese, when you're doing a presentation for work, you need to think about what the customer cares about. The customer cares about sales. The customer cares about how they increase maybe their brand exposure. They want to be seen in more places. They want to work with KOLs that have a really good reputation, right? It doesn't really work if you're telling someone who wants to sell some gym products and they look for a beauty care influencer, a beauty care KOL who always introduce new beauty products, right? That's not the same audience, right? So maybe another one is, it's really important when we're doing digital marketing to find the right target audience, the right TA. What does that mean and why? Why does that matter, right? Something like this, right? They weren't looking for, they weren't working with the KOLs that were, that had this audience, right? So sometimes we need to think about that too. If they don't care and there's a lot of exposure, it's a waste of money, right? Okay. So that, and then we have the conclusion. Okay, so number 2 is to engage with the audience. Okay, Steffi.
Try to engage your listeners. Make them interested in what you are saying.
Interested, right? Not make them interesting, interested. Okay, examples. Eva.
Use pictures and concrete examples to illustrate your ideas. This will make your presentation more interesting and memorable.
Okay, not concrete, concrete.
Concrete, okay.
Good. Okay, concrete. So we talked about this, right? Use examples, right? Don't tell me your thoughts. Give me some case studies. Tell me something about that. Okay, number 4, Steffi.
Time for questions. Make sure to give the audience a chance to ask questions or comment on your presentation.
Okay, so time for asking questions. Make sure that the people and the audience know when to ask questions. Okay. I think we already talked about this. Today's. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's see, for fashion. Okay, Eva, how long is your presentation going to be?
15 to 20.
15 to 20? Okay. I think here, let's see. Because next class, I was going to talk about something funner, talking about Taiwanese food and how to introduce Taiwanese food to people. Do you guys want to finish this lesson? Because I think presentation, there's a lot of different things that we need to talk about, or we should talk about. This talks about how to do your presentation. Okay, like how you present it so you seem more confident, because I think it will be a good content for both you guys to understand about what you guys can do. I know Steffi probably has more experience or is more comfortable with presentation, but I think that presentation just comes with practice. I used to hate presentation, but now I think I can do it. If someone just asked me to do a presentation with 60 people, I think I'm okay, right? So it's not something that I was okay with when I was in college. When I was in college, I hated going on stage. So these are some tips that I would like to share with you, but also I would like you to practice with them. So maybe should I save this for next month, or do you want to continue with the next class? Because next class is the more of a conversation lesson. What do you guys think? Do you want, because this is more like still business English, right? So do you guys want to save it for next month, or do you guys want to move on to conversation and something different for next class? Because we can change it, and then so it's not always talking about business.
Oh,
Yeah. What do you guys think? Because maybe I should have cut this into two lessons, because it's a lot of information. Yeah. So Steffi, you guys talk about it, and then Steffi, let me know if you guys want to continue talking about this next class or talk about Taiwanese food. Okay. So both are okay. So the Taiwanese food is just more, it's a little bit like, it's not really easy, but it's more like the content, you'll like it more, because it's not just, talking about presentation, and more, it's not really boring, but it's more like serious topic. Okay. But I want to leave more time for Eva's presentation. So let's take a quick 1-minute break and then come back so that Eva can present, and then we can talk more about her presentation. Okay, great.